Hello everyone and welcome to a new update video on the Goonbox server. To kick things off here, we're going to look at a storage system that Merc and the guys built, and Merc's going to give us a tour of it. It is quite massive, and unfortunately my audio didn't record, but I still have Merc's side, so please enjoy.
So right over here, you got your input, and then it will go down underneath here where it separates shulker boxes from loose items, and then it empties all the shulker boxes that have items in them, and it sends it up through a non-stackable item sorter where it will sort out shulker boxes, lava buckets, water buckets, mine carts, boats, and flint and steel. Then it will also sort out individual potions, so it will sort out water bottles, and it separates 3 types of different potions. Yeah, and then it just throws all the rest of the junk in these random storage areas. Then it filters out all your like 16 stack items, so eggs, snowballs, buckets, signs, and ender pearls, and then it sends it up to this water stream right here, which comes over to the sorter, where it will go into these sorters, which these sorters aren't set to any one particular item. They can just randomly, they pick whatever item comes through and they separate it and put it into a shulker box. So once the shulker boxes get filled, they get sent up this item stream and over here to this like temporary storage kind of thing, which they one by one get selected and sent through this decoder. This decoder takes each item and puts a binary code to it, which then gets sent down these lines of rails and over to this chest hall. Now under here is a bunch of trapdoors and observers. Each one of these is set to a certain code, and depending on the type of item, it will activate a certain line of observers and trapdoors, which then, when activated, will open up a certain slot on these ice streams, and then the items get collected down here in the chest hall. So that's kind of the short condensed version of it. Like it's a whole lot more in depth than that. So what's cool about this system and why we kind of chose this system, I don't know if you remember, but once these individual chests, first they'll accept single items, and then once they fill up to a certain point, which right now we have it set at half chest, so once the chest gets about half full, it will start sending items to a merger, which is over here, and it will take those items up, go kind of out and to the left. There, right over here. Yep. So it'll send it over here to this merger, and then this will take individual shulker boxes, make sure they're completely full, and then send it back through the system. And so once each chest is halfway full, it will only accept shulker boxes at that time. So it's a very, very, very intelligent system. Because there's only one chest for each item, once that chest is completely full, then it will tell the system to send everything to bulk storage, which is over here. And each one of these, so like all the way from the top up here, each slice is, one storage unit. It's the binary storage system. The actual design is by Pella. He designed all the individual modules and stuff. So the chest hall, the binary decoder, just the only thing that I did specifically is wire everything together. So he designed all these individual modules, kind of, but like it was not an easy feat to wire everything together and get timing correct and all that stuff. But most like probably 90% of the credit goes to him on this, because this is all his design. I just put it all together. I did design the item call for the bulk storage though, so that's my design. I don't know what he was going with. I think he was going with a different type of item call, but that's not on here yet. But that's going to go kind of right over here in this empty space by the portal. So this empty space right here, this is going to be where the item call for the bulk storage is going to be. So I got all the blueprints for it and all that. I just need to gather the materials and slap it together. I've been trying to fix, the only reason probably I haven't done this is I've been trying to fix all the mess ups from this recent restart. So we lost a lot of work because the server crashed. We got the wither skeleton farm all put together and we started testing it, and then the server crashed. But it wasn't just our server, it was like the whole it was the whole hub. So the host, like, it crashed like the whole host.
Alright, well that pretty much summed up Merc's tour of the item sorter, storage, and now we're right in front of the spawn portal, and as you can see everything's looking a lot nicer now. We have paths to everything. So I think we're gonna go start checking out the wither skeleton farm. Alright, so my first thoughts as I started approaching the wither skeleton farm was, the nether isn't loading. And then I landed and I looked off the edge and I was like, oh, they dug that all out. And yeah, it is one heck of a perimeter. I don't know how large it is. If I had to guess, I'd say 512 by 512. Maybe 264 by 264, but I don't know. But just seeing that silhouette of the wither skeleton farm, I was just super freaked out. Anyways, I flew down there and I was just kind of looking around. I'm not really too sure how it works, where I should stand. I went to the top, didn't know what was happening. And then I, naturally flew all the way to the bottom. Didn't think that was where I was supposed to stand either. But as you can see, it is just really massive. Like, digging out this whole perimeter must have taken a ton of work. Moving on to the next thing we have the Blaze Farm. Yeah, it's quite nice. I like it. It's a really simple design. At first I wasn't sure what was supposed to happen, like how it collected blazes, but as it turns out, they'll pathfind right onto that little 1x3 pad, as you can see here, and you can just easily, kill them, and they won't notice a thing. Then all the drops get collected into the hoppers, and then into the chest. And it's It's just a really nice design. I like it. I'm not sure what's in the white box behind it though. I'm hearing minecarts, so maybe some minecart pathfinding shenanigans. I'm not sure. But yeah, it works flawlessly. You can stand right up next to the blocks. They can't hit you. Well, moving on, we are going to head back to the original perimeter. Right here we have some mushrooms built into the wall. Not sure, I think it's just mushroom storage. And we also have a new squid farm, which, gotta say, it looks glorious. I love it. Killing mechanism's easy enough. They just fall onto a platform, and then their drops get collected by the hoppers below. Right here we have all of these sorted items for the witch farms. Everything's sorted in these chests, which are also in shulker boxes, and for some of these items that like sticks, there's 2 or 3 different lines that they can go into just to help speed things up. But yeah, it's really neat now. I'm definitely liking it. It's got a lot of storage. Right here we have the wood farm, or at least the new entrance to it. Naturally, I haven't tried this one out before, but I think I could figure it out. So, well, that's what I do. So, everything was going good until I heard that explosion, and I went over to see that everything was working properly. All the wood just falls on that ice stream and then goes into shulker boxes. And the last thing that I forgot to put on last video was the mooshroom farm, and as you can see, it looks incredible. Just blows my mind how people make things that look like this. Yeah, it just looks so good with all the purple ooze stuff coming out of the walls, and it's just so incredible. Anyways, how it works is mushrooms spawn on the mycelium, and then water streams push them into the nether portals, and in the nether there's like a killing mechanism. Yeah, and it works flawlessly. In fact, you can see in my inventory I have some steak. Yup, delicious. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.